stands for Sharing Knowledge is Power. With our mission in mind, we will use the Skip series to highlight Black-owned businesses and to host discussions that cater to our unique needs. You can support us by following us at Black Utopia Shop on all platforms or by joining our Facebook group, which is the Black Utopia Business Collaborative. I'm Marilyn, and of course, I have with me the best business partner in the world, Malika.
Hello, everybody.
Today, we will be speaking with Demetrius with DG Grooming Essentials, one of Black Utopia's treasured vendors. We will be discussing his skincare line created especially for men. Welcome, Demetrius. It's so good to finally meet you.
Thank you. Thank you both for having me. I'm glad to be here. Definitely excited.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty part then. Excuse me. So what's the meaning of your business and what's the story behind it? I see that you have DG Way of Life and your brand is DG Grooming Essentials. So you can give us a little bit of background on that.
Sure. DG Grooming Essentials. DG stands for Distinguished Gentleman. So that is the name of the actual product line. DG Way of Life pretty much stands for being a distinguished gentleman is a way of life. So that's our tagline. That's our website. So when you go to the website, it's DG Way of Life, and then we introduce you to DG Grooming Essentials, our product line. So from there, we started our business probably about 6 or 7 years ago. We started off with just one product. We really didn't know that we were going to get into something this large of this scale. We didn't know we were going to expand to so many products. It was just something that we were trying out. But it's been a huge blessing, and I'm glad we did it.
Well, congratulations. That's great. So you say you've been in business for about 6 or 7 years, which I think is awesome. And I saw recently that you all are on another platform and you are now, I guess you're on that helps you to sell to other wholesalers?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
It's a platform called Fair. They focus on retailers who are looking for products to sell in their retail store, barbershop, or salon. So we've been with them about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, well, congratulations, because we definitely encourage growth and encourage multiple streams of income. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is the vision for your brand? You say you started out with, just one product and then you've launched these other products. What's your overall vision for your brand?
So when we started the product, started our product line, like I said, we started off with this one product, and it was going to be a refreshing wipe for men. So we was like, okay, we're going to create this refreshing wipe for men on the go, corporate men who's on the go. They just want to freshen up. We're going to start off with this one product. Then we said, well, how about we just create products for us that we love? Because what we discovered is that men typically use their women products. So if they have a wife or a girlfriend, they're always using their products, or the woman will have to go out and buy products for them. So, our thought was, let's create products that we love, that's for us, products that are all natural, products for men of all skin types that make you feel a certain type of way, that make you feel good when you're using a product. So our whole vision was to really educate men on the importance of grooming and taking care of themselves. In other countries, they've been doing it for years now, and it's really starting to get popular over here in the States. So we wanted to jump on that because it's important. A lot of men just think you can throw water in your face and go about your business, and there's more to it than that. So our whole vision, our whole purpose was to really educate men to understand that, hey, it's okay to take care of your skin. As a matter of fact, you need to take care of your skin so that you can prevent aging.
Right.
And that's great. Is that hard to do? I mean, as far as your avatar is obviously men, and you want to promote good skincare, healthy habits. And you're right. I mean, my husband done took some of my stuff before. Like, right, for you.
Right.
So I get it. You're absolutely right with that. But how difficult is that? Because sometimes people don't know what they need until you tell them. sometimes. You know, we kind of make do with just using things or just being a part of certain things or having them be a part of your lifestyle. And we don't know that there's something better out there.
Right. No, it was extremely difficult at first because, like you said, it was new to men. Like when we started 6 years ago, you had a few product lines that were out for men, body wash and things like that. But when we started, it was very difficult to really show men, hey, you need this product. So what we discovered was what we started doing pre-COVID. We did a lot of conventions and a lot of pop-up shops. So when we had those conventions and pop-up shops, we have our own personal traveling esthetician with us. So when we're at these events and we're at these pop-up shops, we have an esthetician that's there to provide free mini facials and also educate men on the importance of taking care of their skin. So we've been doing that since day one. We've been doing that virtually. We've had a session called AskGabby, where we have an esthetician that goes on and explains our products and explains the benefits of our products and just explains the importance of daily skin regimen. So I think that has helped us really grow our brand and really get the word out and really show men the importance of why you need to do this.
Awesome. Marilyn, excuse me just one moment. One thing I just wanted to mention to our audience is that Demetrius is here for questions. So we've already asked him. If you have any questions that you want to ask, please feel free to type them in the chat.
Awesome.
Marilyn, were you going to say
something?
Oh,
no, I was just going to, excuse me. I was going to talk about the AskGabby sessions. So how long have you guys been doing that? You said since you started?
No, we've had estheticians at our different conventions and different pop-up shops since we started, but we started doing the AskGabby this year. It was an idea from my business partner, James McKay. We sat down, him and my other business partner, Ron Young, and said, how can we educate men right now during this season? Because just like every other business, we had to learn to pivot. Right. We couldn't get out. We couldn't do the conventions. We couldn't do the pop-up shop. So how can we educate these men from where we are? So we've had about 2 or 3 estheticians that have been working with us since we started. So this year we decided to start the AskGabby. Okay. And this definitely has been a great success, and a lot of great feedback has come from that.
Awesome. Congratulations on that. I think that is great for any business to learn how to pivot. I mean, we started our business in the middle of a pandemic. We don't have to pivot so many times. We done done it 365.
I understand.
Either you're going to be in business or you're going to let the business run you one way or
another. Exactly.
So what's your flagship product? One that I was particularly impressed with is your charcoal soap and the turmeric. I think it's the charcoal turmeric soap.
Charcoal and turmeric soap. Yeah, those two are our newest products. We launched those about 2 months ago, and it's been we got great feedback from them. People loving it. Just sold out of the turmeric soap, so we'll be getting some more back in very soon. But those have been great products, all natural soaps for your face and body. But I would say that our flagship product is our Keen beard conditioner for gentlemen who have beards or trying to grow a beard. The great thing about our conditioner is 100% all natural. The main 2 ingredients in the Keen beard conditioner is shea butter and jojoba oil. What it does, it moisturizes the skin underneath the beard, which helps the beard grow. So you won't have that whole Anthony Hamilton, patchy beard going on. A lot of men struggle with that. A lot of men.
That's not cute. I hate that.
Yeah, I know. So a lot of men struggle with that. So that's why we created these products to really help them with that. We have a biotin beard growth serum. It really help men grow, their beard to have a stronger, fuller beard. So.
That's great.
One product that I was looking at is, I think it's maybe it's the oil serum that you're talking about that helps. Does that help with growth as well? Because I was like, maybe women can use that on their edges.
Hey, you can. Hey, try it. Hey, if it works.
Why
Hey,
we
if it
can't use
works, you
our
might have to
products?
create a product for women then.
Right. I mean, they use our products all the time. Why we can't use their products?
Exactly, exactly. And the funny thing about it is that a few of our products, especially our moisturizer, I've had a lot of women order it for themselves.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and it's kind of crazy, but they love it. My wife, she steals mine all the time, but they love it, because I mean it's a unisex product, but it's great. It keeps the skin moisturized and prevents dryness. So,
Oh,
Oh.
that's great.
but let us have something that belongs to us,
I
please.
ain't say nothing. You him, I ain't say nothing. I just sat over. The man just said, a men normally get these women products, and they create something just for me. And now she talking about edge. I mean, you got come on, Frank.
Right, she's trying to steal her already.
That's why I ain't saying nothing. I just but what I think is smart in terms of your marketing, because I got something from my husband. I don't even remember what it was from your line, but I saw your card inside that tells the consumer that there's a 3-step product
Yeah,
program to it.
yeah,
And I was telling Marilyn, I was like, it's so smart because a lot of times what we lack as business owners is that tool to bring people back. Okay, you got this product, and this product is great, but this product is better used with these 2 other products.
exactly.
And so, of course, it makes the consumer think, oh, well, no, like I want to get the full effect. Let me order these 2 other products. And of course, it's a consumable, washable product. So, well, not all of your products are washable. Some, I think, it's like the moisturizer, you just keep on,
Right.
but it's a consumable product. So I'm going to use it over and over again. But I just thought that was great. And then the way that it's packaged inside of a drawstring bag, I was like, y'all, very smart. Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And one of the main reasons why we created those cards was, again, like you said, so the other men can see that, hey, maybe I need to use this other product to go along with this, but also to get men to understand to establish a grooming regimen. So it's just
Mm.
not, just using, washing your face, but it's important that you wash your face, you exfoliate twice a week, and you moisturize daily. So you need to establish a grooming regimen. So we're going to give you this information so that you can look at, so you can decide, okay, maybe I do need to do this for my beard. Let me establish a grooming regimen for my beard. Let me establish one for my skin. So that's extremely important. And branding is extremely important to us. I try to do everything with a spirit of excellence. So everything that I send out, I want it to be a certain way. We want it to feel a certain way. So when we created our brand, me and my 2 business partners, we sat down and it was the certain packaging that we wanted, a certain look, a certain feel, because when you use our products, we want you to feel a certain type of way. So even when it comes down to our bottles, they have a twist locking cap. The cap doesn't come off; it locks back. So simple little things like that. Our moisturizer comes in a thick glass jar. Different things like that is important to us because we just like nice things.
Right. That's smart, and I actually love your packaging as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What challenges have you faced as a business owner? I know we've all faced during COVID, but just as a whole, you guys have been in business for 6 to 7 years. So what are some of the things that you face?
Wow. What haven't we faced? I see my business partner. He jumped in the chat. What haven't we faced? I would say that, yeah, Jacob McKay, that's my business partner. Um, wow. I think everything possible that we could have faced, we have faced. Because when we started, everything, we had to teach ourselves everything. So we didn't know anything about the industry. We didn't know anything about grooming products. I mean, we know stuff that we liked, but we didn't know anything about the development of these products, what type of ingredients need to go in the products, what's good for your skin, what's not good for your skin. So I think the challenge was for us is to really be patient when we're building our brand. And I think that is a place in a lot of people when they're starting their business that they fall off. They really don't have the patience to do the research, build your brand up, take time to make sure that when you present a product to the people that it's an excellent product, that you dotted all your I's, you crossed all your T's. So I think that was a challenge. And also just really marketing. We had to do this on our own, so we had to learn what works and what didn't work. Many times, and these 6 years, we had to go back to the drawing board. Like, you know what, scratch that. That didn't work. That's not getting us the sales. That's not getting us the traffic that we need. Let's try this. And in the process of that, it can be extremely frustrating. And then sometimes it can cause you to quit and like, I'm done with this. But you really have to just keep pressing through till you really get to where you need to be.
Right.
Well, that was going to be one of my next questions, like what advice would you give someone who's starting a business? And you sort of touched on it a little bit, and if you want to expound, feel free. But it is a challenge when you're starting a business. Yes. And Marilyn and I have recognized that a lot of times when people are starting businesses, if you have a little bit more information or resources or places to go to or people that can tell you, oh, okay, I tried that didn't work, maybe try this, then it may be a little easier. Which is why, we've created an educational course that goes along with Black Utopia. So it's Black Utopia platform, it's Black Utopia directory, Black business directory, and it's also now educational course that will have tools inside of that course that'll help people just getting started with business. Because like you touched on it, marketing and advertising aren't the same thing. And a lot of times people think, it's the same thing. So no, it's really not. And so when you're just starting out and you're not realizing, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how, just like you said, branding and packaging, all of those things will be in our course. And people will be able to, it's really to help us stake our place in this industry where we really belong.
Right.
Our business is catered toward people of color, it's catered toward Black people. And that's what we want to do. We want us to be able to have, I don't think it'll ever be an equal right, but we want us to be able to have rights in this industry as well as other people having the rights in the industry. Right. And a lot of that comes because we just don't know. We may not be in the same spaces to learn that information. And so we had people on talking about trademarking and talking about business credit. And then we've had vendors on that have talked about, their successes and their challenges. And so we really saw a need to bring all of that together. But back to the original question. If you want to add to what you were saying, what other advice would you give to people who wanted to start their business?
I would say one of the main things, you have to be consistent. Consistency is key. You have to keep going, even when you're not getting any sales, when it seems like you're not getting any followers, you're not getting any likes. You have to be consistent and moving your business forward, because like I stated before, it can get frustrating. You can feel like you want to quit, like, okay, this is not worth it, when you pouring all of your resources and your account is steady going down, and and the money is not coming in. You're like, okay, did I really make the right decision? But you have to be patient and you have to be consistent, and you just have to do business the right way. And I encourage everyone, especially us people of color, if we're getting into business, make sure that we're doing it the right way. Customer service is extremely important. Stand by your product, stand by your word. All of those different things have kind of helped us, not kind of helped us, but it helped us get us to the place that we are now, and we're steady growing. We're definitely not where we want to be, but we have made strides from the 6 years when we started.
Right.
Awesome advice.
Yeah, very awesome advice. We talked about the challenges, but what are some of the most rewarding things that you and your business partner have noticed about being business owners?
I would say that the feedback from the our customers and our consumers, just people loving what we created. I think that's extremely rewarding, because you see that what you've done is paying off. It makes the journey feel good. It's great when you hear customers like, I love your product, I told this person about your product, or when your product makes it overseas, or you have people overseas selling your product. Those type of things is truly rewarding, because you're like, okay, our efforts are paying off. And a lot of times you feel like, that what you're doing is not paying off because it's moving slow, but then something hits you like, okay,
Yes.
now I got a little bit of renewed energy to keep going. So that's been a blessing. We're truly grateful for where we are now, from where we started and where we are now, and we're just grateful for it.
And where are you going?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Where we're
JJ
going.
made a comment, and he said he would also like to add that this has to be something that you really want to do. And I
Yeah,
completely
absolutely. Absolutely. This is not a hobby. Start it. If you want a hobby, go play some sports, read a book or something like that. But when you're starting a business, it's not for the weak at all.
Right.
This
Right.
this has to be something that you really want to do. Because
Absolutely.
like I said, when no sales are coming through, you still have to want to do this.
Yep.
When you're not getting the feedback that you want, you still have to want to do this and you have to stick to it. So I definitely agree with my brother.
Yes.
Yes.
And to add to that a little bit, excuse me, Marilyn, and to add to that a little bit, when you made the comment about starting a business and starting it right, I told the story a couple of weeks ago when we interviewed our trademark attorney that I started my business. I don't know. I had like $600. I didn't have a business plan. I didn't know what I was doing. And I did know enough to trademark my name a year later, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I was almost afraid to grow because I didn't feel like my foundation was what it needed to be. Like I felt like legally it was still so many things that I had missed. I didn't really know about business coaching. And if I did, excuse me, and if I had, I didn't really trust people like that anyway.
Right.
But one of the things I could say is that, to your point, starting off your business the right way, and if it hasn't started off the right way, getting that foundation to be right and to be legal and to make sure that all your paperwork is in order, your documents and everything is in order. Because when you grow, you don't want to have issues that you could have taken care of in the beginning that would not have even been an issue. Like I mentioned it a couple of times, making sure that you're trademarked, making sure that you're not trademark infringing on somebody else's, I think, copyright infringement. Making sure that, all of your logos and all of your branding is not someone else's, or there's no confusion in that somebody can come back and say, oh, you took a piece of my mark or whatever, because we're trying to grow, all of us are. And once you get to that point, you really don't want those things that you could have taken care of in the beginning to hinder you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. And it's all about the research. That's what I stated before, taking your time to do the necessary research and ask questions. When we came in, excuse me, it was a lot of stuff we didn't know. So we had to ask questions, for people that were experts in the industry. I think one person that extremely helped us at the beginning stage of DG Grooming Essentials was a young lady by the name of Renee. She's the CEO of Uncle Funky's Daughter. It's an all natural hair product company for women. We met her in Vegas. We went to a convention and she sat us down for hours, about 2 or 3 hours, and just really gave us the game. And she didn't have to do that, but she taught us about the pitfalls, what we needed to do, and if we didn't do it, she'll check up on us, or we'll reach out to her and she'll fuss at us like, didn't I tell you to do that a couple years ago? You need someone that's going to hold you accountable. So I would say, as a business owner, get someone that's going to hold you accountable. That's really going to, put their foot in your behind and say, hey, you need to do this and do it the right way.
Yep.
Right. I think mentorship as a whole is important as well. And I think as a community, I don't know if we do that enough. I think a lot of people are worried about you taking their shine, or I think there's enough for everybody, and I think we need to all help one another. And if I don't know something, I should be able to come to another business owner and they share information. And that's why we started also, another plug, the Black Utopia Business Collaborative Group. To bring a lot of Black business owners together to collaborate and talk about their business ventures and share just knowledge, because just because you know something about a business, that doesn't mean someone else knows. You may have learned something about marketing or advertising or something, and they may not know, and you can share that information with them. So that's one of the reasons we started that group as well. So
yeah. Sometimes one thing that one person says can change the entire trajectory of your business and ultimately your life. And so we believe in sharing. Sharing is caring.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is. And then you have to spend the money. Some things you just get around. Some things you just can't teach yourself. When we first started, we tried to do the marketing thing ourselves. It was like, well, we can't do it. So we had to spend the money to bring in a marketing firm to really sit us down and show us what we need to do. So, hey, if you want to be in business, you have to spend the money.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm so glad you say that, because a lot of times, especially in real estate, you know, let me see how to say this. There has been talks that says, oh, well, you can start real estate with no money. You can get your first deal with no money. And there's a little bit of truth to that, but for the most part, it's not true, because it's going to cost you one way or another. Either it's going to cost you your time, it's going to cost you your gas. If you're driving around driving for dollars, it's going to cost you, you know, you have to spend time on the phone speaking to homeowners. It's going to cost you something. So for us, we definitely believe in education. We got a publicist that was banging. Like, we really got a lot of information from her, and we didn't even know we really needed a publicist until we realized that we needed a publicist. And then the one that we found was just so in tune with everything. Because that's another thing too. You know, you had mentioned earlier, you know, if you don't know something, you know, ask questions. Sometimes we don't know what questions to ask, but getting out there and actually just putting yourself in the midst of, okay, this is a business. What do I need to do in order to propel my business? I think then answers start to come. So with us, we just like, okay, we're not going to link up with just any old body, because you can't. I just do believe you have to be equally yoked with someone who sees your vision. Right. Yeah. But because we've had some people that did not see our vision that are no longer with us.
It happens. It happens.
Yes. But you know, for the most part, I love the fact that, you know, we are in this space. We're able to be on this platform. We're able to grow because we're new too. You know, we're able to grow. We're able to share. And, you know, we're able to see the fruits of our labor, at least in this setting. You know, that we're seeing, you know, vendors are able to come on the platform. We're able to share with other people. We have speakers that are scheduled, that have come and that are scheduled, you know, for next year to come and to teach us more things. You know, everybody want to know how to keep more money in their pocket. So we do have somebody that'll be coming talking about business taxes and different things that you can do as a business. And so that's our vision, is to continue to pour into the community as we get poured into as well, you know, so that we'll all continue to grow and we'll continue to recirculate our dollars, which is what Black Utopia is all about.
Awesome. Well, I salute you both for everything that you guys are doing. You've been great, you know, since, you know, the first time that you guys reached out to me. So I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think, were we going to mention about our additions again, Malika?
Well, yeah, because you kind of put me on the spot last week, so
I'm kind of doing it again right now. Like, are you going to talk about
So we talked about it just a little bit, and this is something that we have been working on for a while. So Black Utopia was never just about a platform for sellers and buyers to meet. We're thankful for the platform, but it was never just about that. So like I had mentioned before, in addition to that, we have launched a Black-owned business directory. And the difference between this directory and some of the other ones that we've seen, no shade, is that ours is GPS enabled. So if you are in a particular location, and it's going to ask you for your location, just like it would, you know, if you're on Google. So it's going to say, you know, if you're in your location, you're in Florida, I'm in whatever city I'm in, and I'm looking for a Black-owned nail salon. If the Black-owned nail salon is registered as a business on our site, then it will populate that Black-owned salon. You can call them directly from the app. You don't have to copy and paste and go to your phone dialer. It'll call them. And as a business, you have a few plans that you could choose from. Like, we've got a free plan, we've got a premium, a platinum, and then a lifetime plan. And there's different benefits to each plan. For our vendors that are already on Black Utopia, you will not only get the benefit of being on the directory, but we'll upgrade you to the platinum plan free of charge it will pay for it for the first year. And you'll be able to not only put your website, but if you have any coupons, any sales, anything like that, you'll be able to put that onto the listing. You can create multiple listings on the site, and you could feed that into your Black Utopia site. You can feed that into other sites, the platforms that you're on. And it's really going to help you as a vendor get more visibility because it's SEO heavy. And you will be able to, and the more people that are on, because right now we have 3,000 vendors. We're not starting off at zero. No.
Wow.
We already have 3,000 vendors. We've been working in the back end before we even presented it, because like you said, Demetrius, you got to put out excellence. And we operate in the spirit of excellence. We want to make sure that we always do that. And when we put something out, it's not put out halfway, because we've already set that standard. Now, does little kinks happen? Does technology fail sometimes? Absolutely. Right. So when we were supposed to launch it last Thursday, we had a couple of hiccups. Everything is everything now, and we will be sending out invitations to our vendors within the next 2 days with a coupon code to upgrade that to that platinum plan. And once you get on the listing, you'll see it's very user friendly. The interface is beautiful. It's really seamless. The way that everything is operating. And we are very proud of it. And then the second part to that, well, actually it's the third part now to our platform, is the education platform that we mentioned earlier. And that'll be launching sometime in January. But for now, we just want to focus on the directory. And like I said, within the next 2 days, 48 hours, since my business partner put me on the spot live, you'll receive your own personal invitation to get onto that directory.
I love it. I love it. Kudos.
Now, I just want to I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just want to say one other thing, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. So it is not just for Black Utopia vendors. This is for any Black-owned business that is out there. Any business. There are some businesses that we won't be able to approve because they may not. We just may not be able to associate them with the Black Utopia brand. However, it's not just for vendors. We want you to know that we don't have 3,000 vendors on our platform yet. We got 3,000 businesses on the directory though. so I just want to say that. But if you are a vendor on Black Utopia, you will get that extra benefit. Now, if you want to become a vendor on Black Utopia to get the extra benefit, you absolutely can do that as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, everyone, we have been speaking with Demetrius with DG Grooming Essentials. And men, if your skin is not all it can be, if your beard, like you said, is that Anthony Hamilton look, a little nappy or something, please get some of those products and keep your face moisturized and all that. But you can find him is your website dgwayoflife.com?
Yes.
Or he's a Black Utopia vendor, so head over to our site, black-utopia.com.
And I put both of the websites in the chat, so we'll make sure that we put it on the headline of the video once the video is over. And is there anything else that you want to say? Shout out to your business partners. I know JJ was on. What's the other business partner?
Ron Young. His name is Ron Young.
Okay, and Ron Young. Shout out to both of them. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we end?
No, I just say thank you, ladies, for having me on this evening. I truly appreciate it. I'm definitely excited about what you guys are doing and how you guys are helping Black businesses. Businesses that are starting definitely need the help. Even established businesses definitely need the help. So salute to you guys and the Black excellence. Again, I appreciate you guys, and definitely check us out at dgwayoflife.com. And it's the same thing for our Facebook as well as our Instagram.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being on. You all have a great night.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.